Welcome back to Herbs and Minerals Explained. Today, we are discussing perhaps the most misunderstood supplement in the world, creatine monohydrate. For decades, many people believed creatine was only for professional athletes or those looking to pack on significant muscle mass. But modern science has painted a much broader, more fascinating picture. Creatine is a naturally occurring compound that plays a critical role in how every single cell in your body produces energy. Over the next few minutes, we're going to look past the myths and explain the biology of creatine, its surprising benefits for the brain, and why it is considered the gold standard of nutritional science. What is creatine monohydrate? To understand what it is, we first need to look at our own biology. Creatine is not a steroid or a synthetic drug. It is a nitrogenous organic acid that your body actually produces naturally. It's synthesized primarily in the liver and kidneys using 3 amino acids: arginine, glycine, and methionine. About 95% of your body's creatine is stored in your muscles, with the remaining 5% found in your brain and other tissues. The term monohydrate simply means that each molecule of creatine is bound to one molecule of water. This specific structure, creatine monohydrate, is the most widely studied form in history. In the supplement world, we see many fancy versions of creatine claiming to be superior, but time and again, the monohydrate form has proven to be the most stable, the most effective, and the most affordable for the human body to process. Historical origins and discovery. The story of creatine began in 1832, when a French chemist named Michel Eugène Chevreul identified it as a natural component of skeletal muscle. He named it after the Greek word for meat, krais. By the early 20th century, researchers had discovered that consuming extra creatine could increase the stores within the muscle. However, it didn't enter the public eye until the 1992 Olympic Games in Barcelona, where several gold medalists were reported to have used it to support their training. Since then, it has transitioned from a niche athletic secret to one of the most rigorously tested substances in the history of sports nutrition and clinical health. How it was traditionally sourced. Long before we could buy it in a tub, humans sourced their creatine exclusively through their diet. Red meat, poultry, and fish are the primary natural sources. Historically, a diet rich in these whole foods provided enough creatine to support basic human movement and survival. However, to reach the levels found in modern clinical studies, levels that provide the most significant health benefits, you would have to consume an impractically large amount of meat every single day. For those who follow a plant-based, or vegetarian diet, natural creatine intake is often quite low. This is where modern supplementation bridges the gap, allowing us to saturate our stores without the need for excessive meat consumption. Modern science, ATP and brain health. So, what does it actually do? At the cellular level, creatine acts like a backup battery. Your cells run on a molecule called ATP, adenosine triphosphate. When you do something intense, like sprinting or lifting something heavy, your cells burn that ATP for energy, and it turns into ADP. Creatine steps in and quickly donates a molecule to turn that ADP back into ATP, giving your cells a rapid burst of energy. But here is where the modern science gets exciting. This doesn't just happen in your muscles. Recent research has focused heavily on the brain. Your brain is one of the most energy-demanding organs in your body. Studies suggest that creatine supplementation may help with mental fatigue, especially during tasks that require high cognitive demand or when you are sleep-deprived. It's even being studied for its potential protective effects against age-related cognitive decline. So, it's not just for the body, it's for the mind as well. Common forms and how to use it. When looking for a supplement, simplicity is your best friend. Creatine monohydrate powder. This is the most effective form. Look for micronized powder, which means the particles are smaller and dissolve more easily in water. Crepure. This is a branded form of creatine produced in Germany known for its high purity and quality control. The loading phase. You may hear about loading, taking high doses for a week. Science shows this isn't strictly necessary. Taking a consistent 3 to 5 grams every day will saturate your muscles and brain over the course of about 3 weeks. One common myth is that creatine causes water bloating. In reality, creatine does draw water into the cells, but it's intracellular hydration, meaning the water goes inside the muscle and brain cells where it belongs, which is actually a sign of healthy hydration. Closing thought. Creatine monohydrate is a rare example of a supplement that actually lives up to the hype. By supporting our fundamental energy production, it helps us stay sharper, move better, and recover faster. Whether you are looking to support your physical strength or your mental clarity, it remains one of the safest and most effective tools we have. Thank you for joining us as we explained creatine monohydrate. Before you go, just a quick note. Everyone responds differently to herbs and minerals, and what works for one person may not work the same for another. Some supplements can cause side effects or interact with medications. This video is for educational purposes only and isn't intended as medical advice. If you have a health condition or take medication, it's always best to speak to a qualified healthcare professional. If you found this video helpful, consider liking and subscribing. Is there a specific herb, mineral, or supplement you're curious about? If so, drop your suggestions in the comments below. We'd love to hear what you'd like to see explained next. But for now, stay safe and stay healthy.